So here are all the bullet journals I've had since 2019, and today I'm going to go through all the themes I've done before just to give you some ideas. Okay, you're gonna have to ignore that I'm missing one nail. I think the rest look pretty good, so it should be alright. So we're starting off with my first ever bullet journal theme. This was July of 2019, and I did a lemon theme, and I actually did this on the plane to Greece. So I started off by using two mild liners, the mild yellow and the light green, and I also had pastel green and pastel yellow highlighters. So we are now on to my August 2019 theme. This theme was like coffee and matcha. I absolutely love these watercolours and I think they were such a cool idea, but as you can see there was some transfer and later I did have to stick some pages together because the pages of the Leuchtturm aren't that thick. Anyway, for colours, I got my Crayola Super Tips this month. So I was using this dark olive green and this sort of reddy brown. I was also using the same green mild liner from the month before and my brown mild liner. So we are now on to my September 2019 theme. I was actually just starting uni, so this is just a really simple theme. I used my purple mild liner and one of my purple Crayola Super Tips. I really like the doodles in this theme. I think they're so simple and turned out really lovely. So now onto my October theme. I was doing like a sort of warm witchy theme for this month and I think it turned out really cute. At the time I wasn't quite sure how I felt about it, but I really like it looking back. So first of all I had this purple Crayola Super Tips colour, which you can see. Then I also had these three mild liners which I think go so well together, the purple, the pink and the orange. And as you can see I did tons of doodles. It was a really like drawing heavy kind of month. I think this is one of my favourite pages and I think it turned out so well. So now we are onto my November theme. I think this is such a gorgeous colour page. I was really playing with watercolours this month and yeah, I think it turned out really gorgeous. So I was using my grey mild liner, which I actually use as an accent for lots of themes, but for this one it was kind of a main colour. Then I had this grey blue Crayola Super Tips, and I also have this blue mild liner, which is now one of my favourite mild liner colours. So now we are onto my December 2019 theme. I think this is so cute, it's really scrapbooky. I had these ribbons which I actually got from Tiger, which is just a store in the UK if you know it, and I stuck these in a kind of scrapbook style. Along with that I just used a simple red pen and my three red Crayola Super Tips. I love how the thin pen looks with these sort of hanging crystal doodles. I think it worked so well with the theme, with everything else being a bit more clunky. Throughout the setup, I also used this washi tape, which was a present from Korea. As you can see, I have some unfinished pages, but I really love this page, so I wanted to show it. It is a present style page I made with my ribbon. So that brings us to the end of 2019. I started my first bullet journal in the middle of the year, so yeah, I only have 6 months in this journal. So let's move on to my first 2020 bullet journal. So this is January 2020. I really had been meaning to do a space theme for a while and I had just got my Tombows at the beginning of January. So these are all the colours I use. There's quite a lot. I use this uni paint marker in gold for accents like you can see here, and I also use the same mild liner for accents again. Then I had 3 different Tombow dual brush pens that I used in N60, 623 and 533. As you can see, I was starting to get way more into like a scrapbook style, which I am definitely really into now. So now we are on to February 2020. This is definitely one of my favourite themes today, and I think a peach theme is so easy and it looks so good. So for this theme I used 2 Tombows in 912 and 761. I also then used a orange mild liner and a really nice peachy coloured Crayola Super Tips. You can also see I use this washi tape throughout, which is another washi tape from Korea. So now we are on to March 2020. At the time I was so conflicted about this setup, but I actually love how it looks going back to it. The lighter yellow that you see throughout the setup is a Tombow in 062. And the other 2 yellows I use in the setup are my Tombow in 993 and my yellow mild liner. As you can see, I also used a ton of craft paper in this setup, a little bit of masking tape, just plain masking tape that you probably have lying around the house, and the same washi tape from the last month. And now we are on to April, and as I'm sure you know, the world kind of started going a bit crazy in April, so I had a lot more time to draw in my bullet journal. So for this month I did a Monstera sort of tropical leaves theme. So I had 4 different green colours, the first one being my Tombow Dual Brush Pen in 192, my green mild liner, which you've probably seen a bunch already, but it is one of my favourite colours, and 2 different Crayola super tips, one in a more olive colour and one in a more cool tone green colour. Okay, now on to my May to August 2020 bullet journal. So I still remember setting up this month. I had a slightly different idea for the theme, but still with the sort of pink-red colour scheme. And I did the title page and realised I hated it and ripped it out. But I'm sure everyone's had that before in their bullet journal. Looking back, I actually really love how the cover page turned out in the end. So the 3 colours I used were my Tombow in 761, then I used a really nice true pink Crayola super tips and my pink mild liner. There also seems to be another colour in there, I think that, but I can't tell if it's just more layers of that colour or if it's a pen I've lost since then. As you can see, I also used lots of different washi tape. Any stationery that wasn't present, I will link down below, by the way. So for example, these thin washi tapes I love and they are on Amazon, so I will make sure to link them for you guys. This bigger cherry blossom one I think was from Korea, however. In this month, I really started to get into cutting out thicker white card and using them as titles. I think it adds a really nice 3D element to the journal. Okay, now on to June 2020. I actually have a really great setup for this whole month, and I will link any setups I have for months on my YouTube channel in the cards, so you can watch them if you want any more details. For this month, I was desperately missing bubble tea with lockdown, and at the time I couldn't really get the things to make it myself. So I did a bubble tea theme. So this theme used 4 different Tombows, 062, 673, 243 and 761. The video of this setup was actually my first video to hit over 1,000 views, so this is a really nostalgic theme for me. So now we're at July 2020. I think this is such a cool theme. It's very different to what I would do now, but I think it turned out so nice. This is definitely a very summery theme, and I had an all warm yellow-orange colour scheme. So the first colour is my Tombow in 993. Then I had 2 Crayola super tips in a slightly milder yellow colour and this orange. And then again, I have my orange mild liner. So now we are on to August 2020. I think this theme is absolutely gorgeous. It is a cloud theme, and I really played around a bit with this theme, and I think it turned out so lovely. So the colours I used for this theme are my Tombow in 553, my Tombow in 451, and again my blue mild liner. Again, as I said, I was really playing around with fonts, and I love how this title turned out. This page just looks so nice to me. And as you can see, I also used a tiny bit of washi tape. So I still have 2 bullet journals that I haven't been through with you guys, but if you guys want a second part to this video, please let me know. I really enjoyed sharing all my themes with you. And if you did get any inspiration or ideas from this video, or just liked it in general, please do like and subscribe. I would love to see more of you. So yeah, thank you again so much for watching.